Hi. Hello. Welcome in this session, but at first a quick introduction. Here we are talking about software called TreeShade. I have developed this software and it's totally free. You can install on Adobe Creative Cloud, especially Adobe InDesign and Adobe Bridge, and it's free. You can install from Adobe Exchange, go to the website, and from Creative Cloud page search for the software TreeShade. In the previous session we were talking about bird file and how you can use that in structuring content. So let's go back. We have this folder, test, inside the workshop created by TreeShade after installing the software and determining the root folder. You will find a folder called workshop, and within this folder put your project files and edit them. There are locations beside workshop for output, and you can navigate these locations using this line. Like here, you can select the file and then click page to see the page of the document, separated the files, versions, not only for InDesign, for any file. And here the folder have the files, but have this prefix var01, var02, etc. And if you rename a file here in workshop, it will be renamed there. Like if we close the document, let's close. Now if we change the document name, let's name brochure. Now it will be changed in page. Here we have folder, have the same name of the document. In versions, you will have var01 brochure. And also, if you move a file from folder to folder, TreeShade will reflect that to all output folders. These folders are not for editing, it's just for browsing the output. So I here mark the location by this line to warn you that it's not for editing. If you go to workshop, you will have green. Okay. We were talking about bird file. Here we have content folder, and also text file have the same name, content. If you double click the text file, this message enables you to browse inside the folder, open bird folder. and it's useful if you have hundreds of files and folders. And here in filter you can check only plain text document, so only the bird files will be visible, and if you double click any file you can browse its bird folder. That's it. You can assign icon for the text file. Right click and from set thumbnail select from image file. The bridge crashed, it's closed. Strange. Test. Okay, we were trying to assign thumbnail to the text file. You can assign thumbnail to any kind of files. Right click, set thumbnail from image file. Okay, it's worked now. Let's go to download, and here let's select this. Okay, so now we have icon for the text file. If you try to rename the file, like instead of content, let's write data. Now TreeShade automatically move the files to data folder and delete the old one. So like renaming the folder. If you copy the file and move to different location, but here it's not supposed to copy manually because it's a text file. If it's Creative Cloud extension like image or design document or any file accept the metadata, you can copy manually. But for text files, so TreeShade trace the change and know that this text was there. You need to use TreeShade command, which is big for change and then change. Like this here, copy or cut, and then here change. You will have copy here or move here. And here you have command shortcut, and you can run dynamic modification on the path, have flexibility, content management system, flexibility for modifying the name or path or copying, or also you can use replace from to. It's regular expression, regex. You can use regex to rename the path for this, or you can rename the name or the extension. Okay, anyway, how we can move this file to different location. Right click, select pick for change, then go to where you want to move the file. Let's create a folder here. Let's name links. Inside links, right click and select change, move here. Now the bird folder also will be moved with the file automatically. So you can apply the change, all these commands here, change, on the selected files or on picked files. And you can use these both, the picking and the selecting, to make action between these two. Like you can pick a file and select another and override one by the other. The picked one by selected or the selected by picked one. Using these commands. Overwrite picked by selected or overwrite selected by picked. And here for executing action depending on the copying sequence, because when you copy a file, TreeShade create a link between the original file and the new one. Original file is the first file in the copying sequence, and here previous, the previous one, not the first one. And here you can change one by the other in two directions. You can update the original, you can overwrite the original, or you can update the file by its original. And these commands use very useful in content management for unifying the styles and yes, for unifying the styles. Okay, anyway, there is a shortcut after installing the software. Right click on the file and you can select change, move back, to move the file one step back. If the folder empty, TreeShade automatically delete the folder and go back one level. Okay. If you double click on this text file that have this ts_key, the online form will be opened, so you can edit the content online, and you can create this text file, this special text file, using a new submenu here inside the TreeShade menu, and these files installed with the software, these actually files, template files, and here online. select this online to create online form. Double click, yes. Okay. These contents actually, the fields here reflect exactly the files that you have, where each field represents a file. For data, it's a subfolder, so it displayed here as a container. For city and country, you can change the order here. Go to the folder address. Here, I want to say that inside the data folder, we have only one field address, and this the bird folder for subcontent. And because we have only one field, it's not mentioned here to make the form simpler. So if you add another field here, and refresh, now address will be displayed because we have more than one field inside. Always use move to trash from TreeShade menu to trash a file. So TreeShade trace the change and update the relation between the files. Okay. I want to say about the order. This text file created automatically if you submit a form, or if you select the command update ts_sort.txt file. Update ts_sort file, depending on the custom order. There is a hidden file. Let's see. Show hidden files. If we drag and drop a file here, Adobe Bridge creates this hidden file, .bridge sort. And when you execute this command, update ts_sort, it depends on this hidden file to update the order of the files. I tried to depend on this hidden file, but there was a problem when I modify this hidden text file. The application crash. So I depend on this only for reading, and this explicit text file determine the sorting on the online form and also in content building for both HTML files and for InDesign documents. Anyway, here I drag and drop country above the city. So if I update ts_sort and refresh, you will see the country above the city. Okay. Let's open the document brochure. Now I placed address live snippet, or actually dynamic live snippet, because this file have dynamic content. Let's put okay. Okay, we have here inside data. Inside the data folder, we have address.txt text file. If we open the text file in VS Code or any text editor, you will find this dynamic content. The first two characters, double colons, determine that we have dynamic content. Then here the relative path to the files, and fn means file name, or actually the pure file name without its extension and any other extra element. So here we have address, so fn means address, and because of that we get the content from the bird folder. So here you can rename the file without the need to change the dynamic phrase here. The second parameter between the columns, here the method, what we want these files, we want to place them, so we write a place. And the last one is the separator between the placed files, the country and the city. So here, if we open the text frame, and while the text cursor inside, you can right click on the text file and select place in InDesign. And we placed both files, the country and the city, separated by this separator, space dash space. You can modify the dynamic content from Adobe InDesign. No need to go to the text file address. Select the live snippet by inserting the text cursor inside, or by selecting the non-printing anchored text frame at the beginning. Here the beginning, because the direction of the paragraph, now it's Arabic, right to left. So if we change the style, okay, so this non-printing anchor text frame at the beginning. And the last, here we have special character and nested style here to mark the end of the snippet. Anyway, what I was saying, you can select the live snippet instance by inserting the cursor inside or by selecting the start marker or by inserting the text cursor inside it. It's all work. Now what we want to do, you can from live snippet menu change the dynamic content, actually the text file itself, the external text file. So you can select like this. Here you have instructions to know what the variables that you can use to retrieve the dynamic content. You can use file branch, and this actually the relative path beside the InDesign document to the parent folder of the text file. File name, file display. If you put inside a square bracket at the end of the file name, that text will be file display, and it's used in the online form for form field, for the field of the form. And here original file name, this means the file name of original file in the copying sequence, and also here the previous file in copying sequence. Here container file branch, the container instance, you can insert snippet inside the snippet, so you can use this. And here we have branch and name. File level means the degree of nesting of the file inside the hierarchy. And here it's very useful in heading, like if you want header 1, header 2, depending on the subcontent nesting, you can use this. Here the doc name, the document name. Here document order, you can use the document order itself to determine the dynamic content. Here page number, page num, and it's actually 4 digits. So if you want first page, it will be 0001. And here applied section prefix, depending on the location of the snippet instance. So here it's very useful in the context. Depending on the location of the instance, the content will be changed. Applied section marker, Mr. prefix, Mr. name, Mr. full name, character order inside the paragraph, character order of the snippet marker at the beginning, anchored order inside the story, I think that, but I am not sure, depending on what the order. I think inside inside the container, the order of the snippet inside its container, or what? Anyway, here we have paragraph order. So depending on the location of the snippet, the first paragraph, the second, the content change. Here, the first paragraph content. So you can use the title. Depending on the title, you can determine the dynamic path for the content. Here, the content of paragraph before, and here paragraph the content of the same paragraph. And here you can use this for placing assets, not text. Like you can place an icon at the beginning of a paragraph depending on the text inside that paragraph. Here, after this, same as this before, but this before and this after. This paragraph style. So you can place dynamic content depending on the paragraph style. Like here, you can write title, then asterisk. To ignore the extension, it's important here. So no, not title here. Here you can write PS, paragraph style, and then apply title on the paragraph style. Do you know, we already have two text files, city and country. So you can write here paragraph style, okay, keep it PS. And then let's make two paragraph styles, city and country. Now it's empty because we have paragraph style main and there is no text file main inside here. So it's empty. But let's create two styles, new paragraph style, country, based on no paragraph style, apply on the selection, and let's create new style also, city, okay. Now let's update selected. What happened? Nothing. Why? Because I applied the style on the text inside the marker. It's wrong. We need to apply the style here on the paragraph itself. So let's apply city. Its format to be on the right. Redefine. And also for the country, redefine. Okay. Now let's apply paragraph style. We have country. Let's copy the whole snippet end to the line end. Enter and repeat here. And let's apply city. So we have now two paragraphs. The first country and the second city. And let's update all. See, we have the country and the city. But do you know, I think the style is cleared, become basic, because it's dynamic style, and you need to apply dynamics, it's dynamic content, the snippet, and you need to apply dynamic style also. So what we can do, let's select from live snippet, dynamic style, to assign a style for the instance, or you can change the dynamic content itself to add style to it. So you can here in address on the text file itself, open bird folder, no. Now here you can click enter to start new line and add dynamic style. You can add the same style, the same old style. So you can write PS, paragraph style, and then para. And then add colon at the end, because here we have multi-line dynamic. So the last one you need to add colon. Okay, now let's apply the style. Here, country, okay, here country, and here city. Let's update all. Let's take the same style as the marker. Let's change it to Myriad Pro, black. I spoiled the marker itself. This actually have object style, snippet start marker, let's clear. And here, the same thing. For country. Okay. Now we have two paragraph styles, country and city. Depending on the style, you get different content. So if you apply country here and update this, it will be country. If you apply here city and update, it will be city, like that. So here, if we click dynamic content, here you will have two dynamic phrase. The first one for the content, then double colon to start with the second. And here we have dynamic style. Okay, that's it. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to install the software. It's totally free. You can install from Adobe Exchange. And don't hesitate to ask any question about the installing or using. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.